Hey, what's going on, you guys? So this is actually the first time I've ever done a voiceover video, but I just wanted to come up here today and to tell you guys that I'm going to start a new series. Pretty much I want to do tutorials on how to draw different cartoon characters, anime characters, and just show you guys the basic steps in drawing. So I was just going to go ahead and show my process on drawing a simple character today, Danny Phantom. So as you can see in the video, I drew a upside down pentagon shape for his face and then a long rectangle for his body. And now all I'm doing is adding two rectangles on the side of his body, the long rectangle, and those are going to be for his arms. So I try to think of all the shapes and all the features on the character as very simple shapes. Pentagons, rectangles, cylinders, squares, triangles, circles, just to not make it too complicated. So as you can see now, after I have added the rectangles on the body part, I've added little squares for his fists. The idea is just to make it be as simple as possible, not too complex when we first start out. Right now I'm just adding some lines that'll help me find the right guide to put the legs and the feet, and I'm just using little rectangle cylinder lines, I guess, and a teardrop shape for the foot, I guess you can think of it. And I'm doing the same for the other leg, just going out to the left and then going down right with that angle, adding another line for the leg, and then I'm going to do a similar shape to the teardrop for the foot, but it's going to be more of a trapezoid shape. So at this point I have put down all my guidelines to give me the general idea of what the character is going to look like. So then I erase all my pencil lines very lightly and leave like a light sketch of the character. And then I go in again and I start adding more details. So right here I am just outlining the face. I'm putting where the ear is going to go. And right now I'm going to split the face into different sections. So right now I'm going to split the face directly down the middle, and I'm going to add some lines to show me where the eyes should go and where the mouth should go. Sorry, the camera got a little bit fuzzy, but pretty much I'm just now putting little oval circles inside the rectangles where the eyes should go, and the top of the ear and the bottom of that line, that's where the ear should go, at the top of that line and then a little bit past the bottom of the second line. Now I'm just adding his eyebrows, and Danny Phantom's eyebrows sit right on top of his eyes. It's similar to the Fairly Odd Parents drawing style because it's the same creator. But now I'm just drawing the pupils inside the eyes, well, the iris inside the eyes, and it's pretty much just a circle, a little half circle on the upper part of the eye. I'm adding the nose, and then I just draw like this little D shape for the mouth. So if you want to draw the mouth, just think of a D shape, and then just think of little rectangles for the teeth. So one rectangle, and then a longer rectangle under the first rectangle. And that's pretty much it. I'm adding the pupils, which are just two little dots inside of the eye. I'm going to go back and fix the face a little bit, but pretty much that's just a guide for me to see what the face should look like. So I'm adding the collar right under his chin, and it's just like an upside down U, just going from one side of his chin to the other. Now I'm just adding his arm lines again. And as you can see, it's very light, but I still kept the original sketch that we started out with so I could see where to add the lines at. At this point in the video, I start doing the outlines for his body and his legs, but I actually had to keep adjusting his leg position according to his arm position just to make it look proportional and to make the drawing look nice. So if you have a reference picture, just go back and keep looking at where his legs should go. Just keep in mind that if things look a little bit off, it's okay to erase and go back to change it. So pretty much right here, I come into a little bit of a problem. With my original line, it was a little bit too far away than what I would like it to be. So I just brought the line a little bit closer, and I'm about to erase the line that I originally started with to the right. And you can see right here is where I erase it. And I think a tip to think about is whenever you're drawing a character, you want to find the action in the pose. And the action in this pose is on the on the right side of the drawing. See how his leg is extended and it draws your eye from the bottom of his foot to the upper right of his shoulder? Well, yeah, it shows that he's kicking out with his left leg up when he's flying. It's just how animators draw your eye to the drawing and show that there's motion happening in a still drawing. It still allows your brain and eye to think that there's some type of energy, some type of flowing happening in the drawing. And just again, I'm adding the details to the hands and the forearms. Again, I'm just going to draw some boxes for his gloves and his hands. It takes me a few tries right here just to get his hand right. That little line where the side of his palm and his pinky is at, it took me a little bit just to get that right. Pretty much I draw that little line just going up and curving, and then like another little line to define where his pinky goes. And now I'm just drawing three lines to show you guys where his fingers go. And I'm just erasing and going back just to make sure that everything looks right and is proportional and all that. Alright, so I'm just starting on the other hand, and again it's just 4 lines going down. I kind of do it staggering, so it's kind of like stairs. So the next finger that comes out protrudes a little bit more than the last one. It just gives it that effect that the fingers are not all the same, like on the same line, but like even in your real life hands, your fingers would be kind of staggered. So yeah, I just do that and just overlay the lines on the forearm and in the hand. Okay, so now I'm pretty much just adding the final little details on his suit, such as his belt right here, just 2 lines going across his waist. Then the D, the Danny Phantom logo on his chest, it's pretty much just a big D and then a little P inside the D, and just 3 little wavy lines on the left side of the D. As you can see that I'm doing here, I'm just drawing 2 little wavy lines on the side of the D, and then I'm going to draw a P inside the D. Alright, just adding the lines on his gloves and his costume just to separate which parts are going to be black and white. And at the same time, I'm still just going back and refining different lines, erasing different lines, just making the overall drawing just look better. Okay, now I'm just gonna tackle his hair, which pretty much the line of his hair starts right in the middle of his face. So I start above his eyes and just draw it to the side of his ear, and then draw another angle and give him a hairline. Just draw a straight line from the middle of his head to the right side of his head and down to his ear. And then just draw like a Dragon Ball Z big ass banana shape towards the middle of his head. And at the end of that banana shape, draw another like spiky haired. I don't know how to explain it honestly, but just draw another like little triangle uh, towards the middle of the top of the drawing, and then from that triangle draw a straight up line, and then connect that to the end of the other side of the hair. Sorry guys, I didn't really get to explain that the best way, but you know, in future videos I'll try to do better. Pretty much just adding some detailed lines for the boots. And this is gonna be it. I'll probably just start inking the drawing and just do time lapse and so this is pretty much the finished product. If you guys have anything to say, just comment below and let me know what you think. But until next time, peace.
It's never there for me all those nights I cried. There's still a space in my heart.